Randy Gage here. I want to welcome you to another episode of Prosperity TV. As you can see, I'm back home in Southern Cal. And I want to talk to you about becoming a leader, or maybe you're already a leader. Maybe it's about becoming a better leader. If it's the becoming part, here's what I want you to know. There's so many people around you looking for leadership. There's so many organizations that need leadership. So even if it isn't a work-related function, it might be just a cause or a non-profit that's near and dear to your heart, and they need some leadership help. So let's talk about that. One of the big misconceptions I hear about leadership all the time is that you're either born a leader or you're not. And you know what? I have been studying leadership for about 25 or 30 years. I've been helping develop leaders for 25 to 30 years. And I'm convinced virtually everything that's important in terms of leadership can be learned. So do some people seem to have a personality type where they're born with a certain personality and they seem more naturally inclined to lead? Yeah, I think that's probably true in many cases. But I do believe anyone who desires to can become a leader. And the key is this: it's about what leaders do. And this is the thing I want you to think about. Here's your critical thinking for the week, because we have so many. I'm looking at the political campaign here going on in the United States right now. There's a lot of political leaders that are not doing, they're certainly not leading for the higher good of the people who would follow them. True leadership is about the group purpose. Whether it's a group, an organization, a team, a company, a political party, a nation, whatever you're leading, you have a responsibility. And the greatest leaders, what he or she do is they're thinking about what is the highest good for the group to get them toward their purpose, toward their objective. It's not about getting more followers or having more followers. It's about developing more leaders in the organization, because that's what true leaders always do. And here would be the other thing I would tell you about this that I think is really important, and I'd like you to do a little thinking on this week. The less manipulation or coercion you have to use to get people to do what it is we want them to do, the stronger a leader you are. And anytime you have to resort to manipulation or coercion, that means your leadership skills are lacking. Because what leaders really do is they cause people to willingly do things that they normally might not want to do. So maybe you've got a business, you introduce someone to the business, they buy a tie for the first time, they wear a suit for the first time, they speak on stage for the first time. They choose to grow in some way because they see, hey, that's what leaders in this organization do. I want to be a leader. And so you model the behavior, other people in leadership positions model the behavior, and you cause people to willingly do something they wouldn't normally want to do. If we go to the extreme example, you'll see a soldier will jump on a grenade to protect his or her unit. That only happens when they're led. They have leadership, right? And they charge a machine gun nest, right? That's not something people normally want to do. They have to be pretty influenced and inspired by leadership to do that. And that's the kind of true leadership that we're talking about. So what do you think? Any thoughts on that? I'd love to hear them down below. And of course, tell people about Prosperity TV. If you're watching this on the Facebook, I hope you'll share it in your stream and post a comment. If you're watching it on the YouTube channel, please like and share and tell people about it. Or if you're listening on iTunes or the podcast. So go out there, have an amazing week, and here's your thought. The world really needs more leaders right now. And what is the area that the world needs you to lead? Peace. Love you guys. And